you're just joining us, it's still Enterprise Friday. Now to the main conversation. The Edo State government has declared today, Friday, September 20, as a work-free day to enable workers and residents to travel to their voting areas ahead of the state governorship election.
Very true. The election, which is scheduled for September 21 across 18 local government areas in the state. In a statement, Joseph Aboigbe, a secretary to the state government, assured that adequate security arrangements are in place for the conduct of the election.
And moving on, the government's effort is to enable workers and the electorate to travel to their voting areas ahead of the September 21 governorship election in the state.
Meanwhile, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has asked the political parties in the Edo State governorship election to end their campaigns by 11:59 p.m. on Thursday.
In a statement on Thursday, Sam Olumekun, INEC spokesperson, reiterated provision of Section 94 of the Electoral Act 2022 and ensure compliance ahead of the election on September 21.
Olumekun said candidates and their supporters should not wear campaign materials to the polling unit on Saturday.
And moving on, we have with us in the studio Emeka Madunago. He is a journalist and a public affairs commentator.
Hello.
Good morning,
Hello.
Emeka.
Hello.
Thank you
for
for
speaking.
having
And we have with us virtually Tony Araku. He is a public affairs commentator and a journalist. Good morning, Tony.
Good morning, Tony.
Good morning.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Tony Araha, for joining us.
Yes.
Okay, moving on. Looking at the current, you are in Edo State, and they've actually given them a public holiday to go to travel to their different locations where they are registered so that they could actually vote. And it's been, should I say, it's been a weekend or a long week because a lot of events have come up between the PDP and the APC. Do you think, you being in Edo State, are you seeing the voters in question travel to their different locations and wanting to actually vote and come out to vote come tomorrow? Tony.
Yeah, frankly speaking, there are a lot of active movements around. People going to their various locations to vote from their permanent abodes. I think, frankly speaking, if you have to see that in a democratic setting, I don't think it's something that augurs well. A voter should vote in his place of residence, not move to his village or where he is from. Right? As far as I'm concerned, I vote in my place, and I've been voting in my place for years, and my place remains my place. A situation where voters move around as if they are normal when it comes to election, I don't think is the best. The voter should be able to vote in a place where he lives or where he mostly lives. I mostly live in Edo, and I travel to Lagos, Abuja, and all that, and return to Edo. So Edo should be the place where I vote. But if I'm born in Lagos or I'm resident in Lagos, when it comes to election, I come home to vote. I don't think that is the best. And from what I have seen, there are these kind of movements that are not really necessitated. Because if you look at the situation, the vehicular situation, road situations in Nigeria now, or even Edo State, it doesn't go well for people to be moving en masse like that because they are going to vote in their places. For instance, I learned that between Benin and Auchi, where we have the expressway, there have been a lot of traffic jam. Sometimes people sleeping on the road just within a distance of 1 to 100 and something kilometers, which is not the best. And I think that I have seen that there's no election in the history of the Edo State because I've started monitoring election since 1979. I've never seen an election that is just like a warfare, like the one we are just experiencing now. Everybody is on the edge, and it is not expected. It is as if we are in a war situation. That is not what democracy should be. That's what police should be. Police should be a place where people dialogue, or where people talk, where there should be merriment, because the process of choosing a leader should be a process that involves everybody, a process that will even look like pomp and celebration. But here, it's a different case. And I will tell you that in Edo now, there are so many strange faces. People that we have not been experiencing in this environment before. What is it that they are doing? Is that how to run a democracy? So this is why in Edo we say democracy where elections should be a do or die affair, with apology to Governor Obaseki, should not be a thing that will glory.
All right, I think we have a technical glitch there from poor connection that is. But of course, I'd love to.
No, he's back.
All right, so thank you so very much, Tony. Emeka, I would love to ask you, what do you think is the problem now? Given what's happening in Edo State, why there's so much scramble? Why is Edo's case different, especially when it comes to election in Edo? Why is it so frantic and different?
The problem is President Bola Tinubu's ego. That's the basic thing. See,
President Bola Tinubu's ego.
Yes. Because in the last election, there was this campaign that Edo not be Lagos. He recorded a video, issued a video where he was asking Edo people to vote for Pastor Osage Izeyamo.
Yeah.
And then they mocked him that Edo not be Lagos. You cannot come and dictate to us in Edo State. And so it's looking like he's taking it personally. Of course, if you know how Tinubu, reacts to things, that have to do with his ego. Sometimes he can go overboard. Then the second thing is that in Edo State, now, Obaseki, Governor Obaseki, his tenure will soon end. And then this is his defining moment. He wants to make sure that Asue Ighodalo, good man, well-educated, widely traveled, so, well loved by the people, that Asue Ighodalo becomes his successor, because this will make or mar him as a politician. So he's doing everything to make sure that Asue gets in. Then there is Okpebholo, Matthew Okpebholo, aka Akpakomiza. Now in APC, there are 6 power groups in APC, as I learned. The original choice, backed by the former governor, former Labour leader, Adams Oshiomhole, was Dennis Idahosa. But I learned that it was the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, who pulled the strings that no. Okpebholo, being a senator, a fellow senator, should take the ticket, And so that was how Okpebholo being from Edo Central, because the pendulum now is swinging to Edo Central, So now that it should go there. And take note that was one of the things that caused the quarrel between the governor and his former deputy, Philip Shaibu. Because he said, Shaibu, you are from Edo North that has taken the governorship. Now we want the pendulum to swing to Edo Central, so you cannot take the ticket. But Shaibu believes that no, it's either me or nothing, So now, Oshiomhole had to go and meet Tinubu to say, okay, no problem. We'll accept Okpebholo, Because if you look at the APC primaries, Okpebholo emerged from one, Dennis Idahosa emerged from another one. So I said, okay, we'll present Dennis Idahosa as the running mate. So there are different groups, aligned, trying to push Okpebholo in. Then you have Labour, Olumide Akpata, former president of the Nigerian Bar Association, who, of course, because of his platform, and then because of the presidential candidate of the party in 2023 election, Mr. Peter Obi, is loved by the people. His campaign slogan is Olu is my guy. So trying to, adopt a kind of youth-centric, street campaign style, you know. So this, you know, these are the markers in the election, you know. And then people are looking at, okay, we have been under ACN APC, which was Adams Oshiomhole, and we didn't have a good deal, you know. Then now we've been under APC PDP, which was Obaseki. If you remember, that Obaseki came in under APC and then moved to PDP when he was to run for a second term. So now that we've not really seen the kind of development we want, okay, maybe we should try a third force, Olumide Akpata. So all of those things are the factors playing out. And people are afraid, like Comrade Tony Era said, you know, strange faces. People are afraid that there are moves by certain interests to, you know, force APC to win. And which is what people are saying, no, they don't want that. Even though the governor said, well, why would the police pick as many as 60 PDP chieftains, you know, and hand them into detention? You know, why? So that, and then you now want us to sign a peace accord. And then the governor told General Abdul Salami Abubakar, former head of state, clearly, who is the head of National Peace Committee, that look, we will only sign when those people are released. Some days ago, the governor said that INEC, that the police assured that those men, that those people, those PDP chieftains, will be released. Up till now, they have not been released. He also said that INEC has assured that there will be free, fair, and credible election. We just hope that that will be the case. We hope that that will be the case, because the chief of defense staff coming into Edo State, what is the role of the military in an election? The military has no role. If you look at the Electoral Act, the military has no role in the election. So what is the chief of defense staff going to Edo State? Right. He said that they have the mandate of the president to ensure free and fair election. In what sense? Mm-hmm. In what sense? As what? So all of these things are the things heating up the politics. Edo State is a very enjoyable state. You know, that's where I was born. But all of these things are not just palatable.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Tony, I wanted to ask, you are on the ground there. Where do you think the emotions of the Edo people is panning to in all of the things that's happening now? You talked about strange faces around, and of course we know the impact of the police force. 35,000 Nigerian policemen have been deployed to Edo State. The INEC rec, whom Yeltsin Wike said is a cousin of his, and of course nothing can be done about it. But tell us, when you look at the Edo people, what do you say? Speak to us.
Well, thank you for Meka Madinagu is my brother. He knows that when we say things like this, somebody like me, I'm always firm and unbiased. I'm a watchdog. I belong to the World Democracy Movement, and I belong to so many caucuses all over the world over how democracy should run, how elections should run. I've monitored, without having to be modest, I've monitored the election in more than 62 countries of the world. Mm. And I will be very frantic to tell you that I've never seen an election that is this violent. I would like to say that whatever my brother Meka Madinagu has said, there are some sense in it, but in some cases, I think maybe he has been fed with information that have been coming in that are not that have truth, okay, and that have lies.
Okay. Please explain more to us.
We all know that this what the situation is, that in Edo, you no longer have any political party that seems to be right. And I will tell you that in the history of Edo, as a matter of fact, we have never had a governor that is how do I put it? That is so iron fistic, that is as despotic as Governor Obaseki.
Really?
The reason why I'm saying this, he did also mention just now that in Edo, that the APC-led government of Adams Oshiomhole, may not have made some meaning to Edo. No. As a matter of fact, when the Adams Oshiomhole government came in, there was definition of democracy in Edo, a situation where the people participated. And it was it was a big departure for the good of the people from what PDP had done 8 years or more before Oshiomhole came in. I will tell you, sir, that all these principles we are talking about, the gladiators, those who are fighting now, are people I know very well. Just like I can also talk about Emeka Madunagu. Just as I can also talk about Emeka Madunagu. We all know ourselves. The problem in Edo that has to do with this problem with the election, where something is now becoming violent. I will tell you, my brother, that the main cause, the other causes around it, is the governor himself. Let's say Oshiomhole, for instance, anointed him. When Oshiomhole anointed him, he had problem with Oshiomhole. Good. One will say, okay, he had problem with Oshiomhole. Our people say, our Benin people say that the man who quarrels with everybody all the time will now have to check himself, because he see who has a problem. Because when you live with people, you know how to live with people.
True.
And that is what we continue to say, that somebody who has come from the outside cannot come and rule Edo. If you ask me, I would say I am one of those who brought in Labour Party. That is the Labour Party we are talking about now. And one of those who established the Labour Party, being a Labour leader also. And I will tell you that the PDP you are talking, the PDP candidate, Asue Ighodalo, the father was my mentor, and I worked as an Adeco man. So I would like to say things the way things are said. And the man of Okpebo, maybe sometimes ago, you will learn that APC mistakenly went to go and put my name on the Media Publicity Council of APC. I went to disown them. What it means is that the three of them are not people I will welcome. The Oshiomhole is, he talk about, as a matter of fact, if you ask Oshiomhole and Obaseki to come and do a street walk in Benin City today, Oshiomhole will still win the popularity test. Because he may have his own backside and all that. But I think he's still a better leader than these people you see.
Wow.
But that is on the other side. But let me also tell you, sir, that somebody who has a body language that is not good, other people will take after him. If what we are talking about is a democracy that will not be teleguided, it's a democracy that people will not use the iron fist to get over. The last local government election, what happened? Did Obaseki, as a governor, and the Edo State Electoral Commission, did they use their good offices to give the best to the people? When people were still on the field, contesting, voting, results were not being announced. Is that how it is done? If INEC does that, will the whole world not be aware? What we are talking about now, Obaseki is the chief security officer of the state. And I have seen a situation where the state apparatus, that is the vigilante that he has set up, where they are autocratic everywhere.
Yeah, very true.
And I will tell you that if you are on the road, the vigilante of Edo State are more vicious than the police will not talk about. And I say what my own belief is that we should not drop the military into elections. But if during an election, the military can serve the interests of the people to make sure that the thing don't go haywire, I think it can be, one can say, okay, it's a manageable development. I said it just now that when in Benin you see straight faces, now, days before the election, when I say strange faces, they are from the three political parties. That is the truth. But is that how democracy should be run? there are so many things the governor had done which are not right, which Oshiomhole, when he was the governor, will not do. One, you quarrel with APC, all the people in APC. Today you are in PDP, you quarrel with all the people in PDP. Is that how democracy is done? And I would tell you, if we are talking about eternal crisis within the political parties, it's more in PDP than APC. The one that is in a Labour Party is even being caused by the government.
Really?
Majorly. Let me give you an instance. We went to the University of Benin. I witnessed it, where the Student Union of the University of Benin came to disrupt a program that lecturers and senior staff of that place were doing. How did they come? They came and they were singing slogans that, what they call him, the Labour Party candidate must come out and attend to them and address them. Then the lecturer said, no, why should that be? This is our program. We are the ones who are your guys. They didn't hear. There was a confusion there until the police started shooting. The man accused the governor and his government of causing this. I mean, Olumide Akpata. But the governor denied. After the governor denied, the student later went to Akpata himself to say, oh, we are sorry, we are misled by PDP. Is that how it's run? You are fighting Labour Party, you are fighting APC. He is the governor of the state, a man who lives in his house. To even be able to wave away people who come from outside to cause problems in his house. If people come to your house, they say they want to cause problems. Okay, you say, okay, let us fight. Will they not destroy your house? I don't think that Governor Obaseki even regarded those states to be his house. Okay. I'm saying it frantically.
Thank you, Tony. Tony, we just want to ask you a question.
To any political party, and I'm not taking side.
Okay, as you're not taking side, how do you see this election ending? It's tomorrow, few hours from now. Every citizen of the Edo State will come out to cast their vote. And do you think the citizens in Edo State will trust the process enough to risk their life, because the violence is becoming so high? Do you think that the citizens of Edo State will risk their life to come out to vote tomorrow?
There are a lot of people that will come and vote. That is the truth. Yesterday, in the heart of Benin City, there was a protest led by women, mostly parents, who said that those who are bringing their own children to come and cause violence, whereas they keep their children abroad and all that, to desist from it. That is only trying to tell you that things have gone that bad. I think voters will still come out en masse and vote. But the only thing I'm talking about, where somehow could say, okay, maybe the presence of the military can solve a lot of things, is that people go to where they are not popular, where others are popular to disrupt elections, right? And I'm sorry, although I'm also a journalist, I'm a criminologist. I have seen situations where little arms, people call them light arms, coming into the street. When light arms come into the street, you know what it is? A governorship election that is supposed to be free and fair. Neighboring governors come in to come and cause confusion. Whether they bring in this and all that, it's not supposed to be. So what we are still appealing to the army for, right? Because if there's no war situation, you don't need to bring in the army.
True.
But the way it is, there's a war situation where somebody can say, even though they have been arresting some of his men and all that, where you can say election is a do or die affair. It's not right now. You send the wrong message. Our people will say there are times you leave blood in the mouth and bring out, spit out water. The leaders could be going through certain things, but the message is to pass to the people should be message of peace and tranquility.
Okay.
That's what I'm
Thank
talking
you.
about.
Thank you, Tony. I want to ask you a question.
I want to ask him something. I was in Benin some days ago, and I moved around, and I heard people saying it's a station. Young people say it's a station of see and buy.
I was about asking that question.
What do you have to say about that? I heard about that. This one, some young guys are saying, "Organa see and buy, now who Fido pass, now we go vote for."
That's what I was about asking you.
Okay.
I was about asking
Hello, my
that
brother.
question.
Yes.
My brother, hello, let me answer that.
Yeah.
As I am now, I do reports for so many organizations, and the reports will be very factual. If they are not factual, they will not always tell me to do such reports.
I believe that if this year's or the election that's coming up in those states, at least it's going to be, the voters are going to be given from 10,000 to 20,000 naira. I'm looking at
I think that's small though. That was in the past, because in the past 5,000, 10,000, 10,000.
I think it's
Sorry.
Yes, please, you can continue.
Back.
Yeah, all right, please do.
Oh, we've lost him. Okay.
Yeah, so because people are saying that, I just heard people saying, particularly the younger generation, no jobs, things are, no industries and all of that. Things, they are seriously complaining. Okay.
Okay. All right, please do. Please do respond to the question.
Okay, in Edo, as a matter of fact, it is in most cases it is vote buying. So if you are not a money bag, you cannot go into any election. But from my own observation, let me tell you, of the 3 political parties, the one that has spent the most is a PDP. Next to it, Labour Party. That is the truth. But from pillars I've been getting from the field, from APC, they have not been having much money given to their supporters and all that. And as I speak with you now, they are still waiting for money. I don't know whether you understand.
Yeah.
From what I have found out, what I have investigated, there are so many leaders of those APC who have been spending their money, who have not been reimbursed. That is the truth. If there are those who have been spending money, it's PDP and Labour Party. So
the $2 million that was allegedly brought in is false.
As an maybe audio.
Hello, if
$2 million
have been brought in, hello, if it has been brought in, and as we speak now, no money has been given to all these people. One will have a cause to say, to doubt it, because you can't substantiate it. That is not to say also that at the last minute, politicians will not spend to do this and that.
Yes.
But as it is now, I'm only just telling you the situation. Because politicians, they themselves, they have different strategies. They have some political parties that will say, why do we don't even need to campaign, we have to campaign votes. We are aware of all this.
See and buy.
Because we have monitored democracy since 1979. You can see that the last minute politician, even when it is 2 hours, even an hour, even during the election, that is where they do damages. It is all about strategies. There are some that will say, no, we don't want to be an early bird who will be spending. And at the last minute, we'll waste our money.
Thank you, Tony.
Now, let me also tell you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just wrap up.
Hello?
Yes, you can wrap up, please.
So there is a particular politician. I will not mention the political party where he is from. He told me that in politics, the bigger money you receive before does not matter. But the latest you receive, what it means as bribe, what it means is that if somebody has given you 10 million before, and you have spent that 10 million, the one that came to give you 1 million, is that one that is your greatest friend until another person came to up it. So that is how viable our democracy is now. That is how viable our elected position are now, but that is the truth. It's all over the country.
Thank you, Tony.
Not peculiar to Edo State alone.
Thank you.
Thank you, comrades. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yeah, so, well,
just in 60 seconds, who do you think will be the highest bidder in Edo State?
Wow, it's all about, you know, like comrade has really, he has explained everything, you know. So just for me to add that, you know, well, it's in the hands of the people of Edo State to decide, you know, tomorrow, and they should vote well. It's not about the money you eat today. You know, because then no amount of money, bag of rice or bag of beans or whatever, or pepper, or understates, or native wares or whatever will last for 4 years. So they should vote according to their conscience. Edo is my state. That's where I was born. You know, and I still have ties with Edo State. You know, today they are my in-laws. One of my younger brothers is married to a Benin woman. So I am passionate about Edo State, you know. So I wish all the best for the people of Edo State, you know, in the election of Saturday, September 21, 2024.
Okay. Thank you, Emeka Madunago. Thank you.
All right. Just to wrap up, Tony, I'd love to get your part in short. What do you think should be the next point of agenda, possibly after the elections? What do you think we would see coming up with all of the things already we're seeing now? In 60 seconds, if you may. I don't think he can. You can hear me well. All right. I don't think you can get. All right. Yes. Just in 30 seconds, please.
Hello.
Yes. You can hear me.
Please. It went up a little bit. Is there any question for me? More questions for me?
Yes. Just in 30 seconds, we just wanted to ask you, what do you think would be after the elections, with what you see before the elections? What do you see after the elections, possibly? And who do you think might carry the day with your research and all that you've done?
I am seeing a process that will be compromised
in favor of
from what I am seeing. When there's a process like this where everybody tries to influence one thing or the other, you never can tell where it will go. And I will also tell you that it's going to be a battle of incumbencies between APC and PDP. The federal government incumbency and the APC, APC incumbency from the top, and the PDP incumbency as a ruling state, as a ruling ruling government in those states. And the Labour Party is coming from the other side. And let me tell you, we may see surprises where the Labour Party will do very, very well than what the people imagine. I would think it's going to be a very close election. But if I must say, I think the APC would be declared as winner. I say APC would be declared in quote as winner.
Okay.
Wow, beautiful. Thank you so very much, Tony. We truly do appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much.
So thank you so very much. We do appreciate your time.
Yeah.
All right. So that's just about the size of our package today. We'd love to say thank you to Tony Era, who had joined us from Benin in Edo State to give us up to date and on all that's happening.
Thank you.
Right there, just before the elections for 21st, and also Emeka Madunago. Thank you as always for.
Let's say a very big thank you to the viewer. I am Choma Okoye.
And I am Henry Igwebike. On
Thank
behalf
you.
of the entire team, thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.